Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and welcome to Monday, welcome to the channel, welcome to the video, welcome. But we do have quite a few new subscribers, and I wanted to say welcome to you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. And I just do a little bit of everything on here. Whatever comes to my mind, I do. Whatever I need, I do. You may see travel videos, you may see tutorials, you may see me making journals. I mean, I just do whatever's on my mind that particular day. And on my mind this particular day is I printed these for an order this morning that did the print and ship. This is my kit that's 52 vintage documents. And I think it's 12 pages total. Now, I only printed 5 pages because I didn't need all of those. But these are copies of the original documents that I have in my possession. And this is like from the railroad company. It is, let's see. For your battery received hereby. This is like a receipt, looks like, and it's 1879. I love that. 1879. Those are, looks like all 1879. Well, these look like they're 1879 too. But they're all different people. And I had something in mind that I thought I might do with these. I just think they're neat. I love vintage documents. It also has, this is 5 pages. It also has 8 more pages. Or 7 more pages, makes it 12. And the other pages are not all these. They're maybe some different kind of receipts and some doctor's notes and different things like that. I'll link it below. You can do a print and ship on it, or you can just get it in, you know, the digital and print it yourself. But I'm going to use some of these. Now, excuse me if I sniffle and I a lot. I apologize ahead of time because my sinuses are going to town today. It has been very, very hot. And then all of a sudden, just a few minutes ago, I heard something like the air conditioner had cut on. And I thought, what in the world? I don't have that thing turned down so high. And I looked, and it was pouring down rain outside. I mean, a flash flood kind of pouring down rain. So we're going from rain to heat, rain to heat, rain to heat. So my sinuses are playing up on me. So anyway, if I do that, I apologize. I try to cut it out as much as possible, but sometimes I might miss it. So I'm just tearing mine like that. I want the edges to be rough, so I'm using our tear tool to do that with. This is the Decal Edge tear tool. And I didn't make these any darker than what they originally were. I could have, but I didn't want to distort anything. So they're the actual color that they were, that the originals are. So, and I'll show you kind of what I'm going to do with them, which I could have backed them first. I probably should have, but I wanted this Decal Edge on there. And I don't think I could have backed them and then torn them both and made them look as neat as I wanted to. So what are you guys doing? Is it hot where you are today? Like I said, it was hot. It's 90 out there right now, but it just come that little flash flood. And when Aaron and I, we were out working on the pool this morning, and it was blistering hot. But for some reason, that rain came in real quick, and it brought the temperature right down. That's what I want to do right there. See, I want to put that dark edge around it. Now, this is some paper I got off of Amazon. I'll link it below. I love it. It's not as thick as cardstock, but it's thick enough for something like this. Now, there's other things you could do to these as well. I have done these where I use this for a front cover and then put some pages behind it and made it a little flip book. So lots of different things you can do with these. Or you can just put them in your journal like they are. Now, I am going to ink around mine because I like that. You guys know I like ink. I use a ton of it. But yeah, my sweet friend sent me these, I do believe, or I ordered these. I don't remember which. Anyway, I got them, and I wanted to share them with you guys, so I went ahead and scanned them and made a digital out of them. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put it down like that, I think. Yeah. I'm making this up as I go, as I normally do, so I'm going to be gluing over here. I'm going to try to keep it out of frame because I know this book is kind of shiny. Yeah, I didn't even know we were supposed to get any rain. I don't even know if the weatherman knew we were supposed to get any rain today. I think it might have surprised everybody. I was on the phone with Alicia and she said, oh, which she's further west than me, so she gets the weather before I do. And probably about 15, 20, well, sometimes it's about an hour before me, but anyway, she said, Mother, it's pouring down rain outside. I said, what? And it was hot, hot here, the sun out and shining. I said, it's raining? She said, yeah. She said, it's not raining at your house? I said, no, the sun's out. I don't see a cloud in the sky. She said, well, it is pouring down here. And I said, well, maybe we'll get some in a little bit then. And we did. Yeah, she gets the bad weather before I do. She gets the tornadoes, everything before I do. She'll call me and say, Mother, some bad weather's headed your way. Which luckily they haven't. Well, they've had some tornadoes go over their house, but they haven't had any to hit it. Which their house is, Benji built their house, and it is built to withstand tornadoes, high winds, that kind of thing. So, and then they have a safe room as well, so they don't really have to worry too much about it. Their house is built out of it's built out of a new fabric type stuff that's, I say fabric, it's not fabric. It's a new, I don't know what you call it. See, I'm starting to talk and I don't even know what to call it, but fabricated stuff that he sells actually all over the world. So he went ahead and had their house built out of it. And I think it's like one of the first houses that's built out of that. It's very, very strong. If I lived in a, like where hurricanes come in, that's what I would build my house out of. Which I would like to have my house built out of it here, but my house is already built, so they've only been in theirs. Let's see, this is their 4th year, I guess. 4 years. Yes, I like that. Got a big clump of glue right there. And one right there. Now, I'm going to leave mine probably like they are. I don't think I'm going to, you can write on this. I don't think I'm going to put anything else on them. And then they'll just slide down in pockets because I kind of like that. But you could always put some scrap paper on the back. We might actually do that on 1 or 2. Let me do a few more, and then we might do them different, a couple of different ways. I'm just sitting here thinking about it. But I like the torn look on this part, and then on the other part just the cut. Well, that one I really did tear crooked. So the girls, Melina and Melina's sister-in-law, Presley, Bethany, and then Melina's sister-in-law's 2 daughters. They're all at the Sunrise Conference in Pigeon Forge. Presley FaceTimed me last night. She is so excited. The first time she's ever been away from her mom and dad this long. She'll be there all week. And she FaceTimed me last night, and they were, when I opened up the picture, the FaceTime thing, I could tell she was outside, and it was like 10:30 here, so it was 11:30 there. And I said, "What are you doing outside the hotel?" She said, "Oh, Nene, don't worry." She said, "All of us are out here. We had to run to the car for something." And she said, she turned the camera around, with the phone around, and she said, "Look, Nani and Aunt Tracy are right there. They're watching us." So they were standing on the balcony watching the girls. And she said, "And we've also got our mace too." So they were all out. They had to take something to the car for Melina to keep it from being towed, a little sticker or something. But anyway, she said, "I knew you would say that. I'm okay. I'm okay. I promise." She said, "We're all out here together, and they're watching us. And we're just going to run to the car and then run right back." So I said, "Will you stay on the phone with me until you get back inside?" She said, "I will, Nene, I will." But she was looking all around like, I said, "When you're out like that, you got to keep your eyes open." She said, "I am, Nene. I'm looking everywhere." She said, they're doing the sticker thing, and I'm just watching for them." And I said, "Oh, you're the lookout." She said, "Yes, ma'am." But they are 4 excited teenage girls, I'm telling you. I told Melina, I said, "I don't know how you're gonna deal with them. They're so excited." She said, "Oh, we'll figure it out." She said, "Tracy and I have already had to tell them to quieten down a couple of times." She said they get more excited and they get louder and louder. So today was registration day and the first kind of leg of the conference. So then tomorrow they go to Dollywood. The whole Dollywood's closing down for the first 4 hours of the day, and the only people that will be in there is the Arise conference. So they're excited about that. They said, "We've never been in where it's just specially for us." So they're beyond thrilled. Melina was showing me the little menu that they have on the inside of the conference, because really, I don't know, many of you know about Pigeon Forge, but it is so crowded up there that you can't really get back out on the parkway and go anywhere to get something to eat when they give you a break, and they only get a 45-minute break. And so they're just going to have to eat there at the conference. And she was showing me the menu of the vendors, and she said, "Mother, have you ever in your life seen such prices?" Now, the Rise Conference doesn't do the menu. This is outside vendors. One little bitty hamburger was like $8.95. Nothing else to go with it, just a little hamburger. I said, "Oh my goodness." She said, "Yeah, I'm going to have the girls be very selective as to what they eat." So, yeah, they was looking at that, and she sent me a copy of it. I said, "Well, those vendors, they're going to make their money one way or the other." And I think like a BLT or some kind of sandwich was like $14, and I don't know. Their drinks were $5 a piece for a small drink. So she said, "We will not be eating a lot in here. We'll just eat a little, and then we'll go back to the room, and we've got plenty of snacks and things back in the room." She said, "I've already told the girls, don't even prepare to eat a bunch of stuff in here. We're going to eat enough to keep you from starving, and the rest is going to be in the room." I said, "I don't blame you." She said, "We don't have enough time to get out and go anywhere, because by the time we got on the parkway, the 45 minutes would be up." And she's right, because we've tried to do things like that before when I had some classes and things in Pigeon Forge. I'd give them breaks to go get their lunch, but people would be late coming back, and they'd say, "I'm sorry, but I got caught in traffic." And that's just the way it is up there. It's so crowded. And they only have that one parkway, and if you don't know the back streets, then you just get hung up in in the crowd. So sometimes you'll sit in one spot for an hour. So she said, we will not be going out anywhere. And they took plenty of food. I laughed so hard. I'll have to see if I can get permission to put the picture. Well, Melina put it on Facebook, so if she's got it on Facebook, I'll link it here. I'll just put a little picture up here and let you guys look. And I laughed until I hurt when I saw the picture of how they were loaded. I mean, I belly laughed, as my husband used to say. They had Melina's, she's got one of those Yukons or whatever it's called. And they had that thing loaded down. You couldn't put... I said, it's a good thing y'all didn't need one more pair of underwear because you would have never got it in that car. I tore those instead of cutting them, but that's okay. And she said, oh, I know. She said, we are so packed. She said, we had to make the girls that's going to sit in the very back seat, the third seat. She said, we had to make them get in first and then pack around them. I said, if y'all have to stop to go to the bathroom, I don't know what you're going to do. But I'll insert a picture here where you guys can see. It was so funny. I said, I've never seen a car packed that much. So that is what, I love these. And you can just stick them down in your pockets or whatever you would want. Now, I am going to make a few of them, I think. Let me get just a couple that look a little different, maybe. I think I'm going to make maybe 3 of them into some little notebook kind of things. See what we've got for paper. We've got some scrap paper here. Doesn't have to be the exact size that you need. It can be any size. But yeah, those girls are going to have some fun. I said, oh, I wouldn't worry too much about their food and things because they're not going to worry about food. They're so excited they probably won't even think about eating. I don't know though. They are teenage girls, so they probably will. She said, oh, we'll feed them, but they're only going to get one thing in here, and then which they don't get out till like 10 o'clock at night. So then at 10 o'clock at night, they go back to their room, and she said, then we'll eat. Because she said, there's no way we can fill 4 teenage girls up with these prices. I said, I can imagine. Good gravy. I mean, that's a little bit out of the norm, I think. Those vendors are, they're taking advantage, and I think that's a crying shame. But like I said, it doesn't have anything to do with the Rise conference. Their prices are very, very good, but it's just the vendors that came in, and I mean, they're taking advantage of all the people that are coming there, and I think it's a crying shame, but what are you going to do, you know? Not much you can do about it. So they ate a really good, which they didn't have to be, I think, to register until 1 today. So they all went over to the Apple Barn and they ate a really good breakfast. Heavy, well, brunch. And so Melina said that should tide them over until, you know, later. And then we can get back to the room, and they did let them bring some snacks in there, I think. So they've got some snacks, but yeah, it's unreal. But I just think vendors should have a cap on what they can charge for things like that. I just think they shouldn't be able to take advantage of, you know, the young people that are coming to something like that to better themselves, and then you got these vendors that come in there and just absolutely try to wipe them out of any kind of money they've got saved and to pay for their trip. I just think it's pitiful. Because you know it doesn't cost them $9 to make a hamburger. I told Brandon we was in the wrong business. I said, my goodness. Now I'm just taking some scrap paper that I've got sitting here and just kind of tearing it close to the size. I hope it's close to the size that I need. And I'm not worrying about if some of them are too thin, some of them are too thick. we will just do this. I got 3. Some of them I'll have to cut off, and that's okay. Or I could leave them just sticking out. It doesn't matter. I don't know if I'm putting them all in the right places or not. You guys are probably watching going, oh wait, you need one over there. You need one over there. One over there. It'll be alright. Don't worry too much about that kind of thing. Now just tap them all down to the one end. Because since we've got some short ones and some long ones. And then I'm going to put this one on one of the longer ones. And it's a little tiny bit wider, but I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm going to clip that one. Right there. And then let's do this one. Clip that one. And then this one. Hear it thundering? We may get more rain. That would be wonderful. It's so weird because there's not any clouds in the sky. I think it's just like heat rain or whatever you call it from all the heat. But yeah, there's no clouds out there. All right. Do we want to cut them off or leave that? I think I'm going to cut them off. Yeah. Just going to cut right there. Those can be some good stamping pieces, so we'll put those over there. And then I'll cut this one off. Good pieces to stamp. Hear it? Oh wow, it'd be nice if it would rain all night. We're very, very dry here. Very dry. Okay, we have got 3 that are done like that now. So let me, I think I want to put seam binding in them. I'm going to get my punch. Let's see if I can get that one a little bit straighter. Yeah, just take my punch and put one there. And I'm going to put one right there and try not to cut his name off too much. Yeah, thunder, thunder, come on, rain, rain, rain. Which it will just make my grass grow more, but oh well, I'd rather have the rain because I know there's a lot of crops around here a lot of gardens and crops and things around here that are hurting for rain, so I'd rather it rain for them and won't worry about my garden later. I mean my yard, I don't have a garden. I'm going to put blue in this one, I think. You could also tie these with hemp twine, and that would be pretty too. Whoa, hear that? Cool. Where it's coming from, I don't know, but it's out there somewhere. Gotta be some clouds back toward the west, because I can't see that way when I'm sitting at my desk. I can only see to the north and to the south. And the south looks a little bit dark, not bad, but the north looks clear as a bell. Uh-oh, looks like I didn't catch one. That's okay. So there's that one. And you've got some little writing pieces back here. You hear that? Isn't that great? I think it's great. Let's do this one in this. Now, I get all of my seam binding from my scrap cabin shop. And if I can remember, which I didn't remember the other day, but if I can remember, I will put her link below as well as the discount code that I have for you guys. Part of the time I forget to put that. I try to keep it down there all the time, but sometimes YouTube will knock it off and then I forget to put it back. So, but if I forget, just in your comments, just tell me that you'd like to have the code and the link, and I will make sure to put it on there for you. I love these. Oh, I love these. And they're so easy. Let's see. Let's try a little bit of hemp twine on this one. Let's do this brown one and see what it's... No, let's do this lighter colored one, I think. Wow, that was a loud one. Oh, we better do the brown because I can't get the other one undone right now. I'm going to do 2 strands of it though because it's not a real thick and I want it to show up a little bit more. It may just be going to thunder and do nothing else. I don't know. Maybe heat thunder or whatever you call it. So yeah, y'all keep our grandkids in your prayers since they're all up there with Melina and Tracy, and I know they're chaperones, so they're going to have their hands full this week chaperoning a bunch of teenagers. And 2 of them are well, Bethany and one of the girls is like 22, and then Bethany is about to turn 20, so they'll go to a different class than Presley and the younger one will. So they're going to have to separate. And Melina's going to have to watch 2 while Tracy watches 2 and goes with and all of that. And they've been trying to plan, you know, how they're going to keep an eye on all of them and all of this. So, but I think they can do it. They're good mamas, so they'll be able to handle it. And Aaron was so excited because he gets to come over here every day this week. So he was very excited because his daddy works here, and so, you know, he can't stay at home by himself. So he said, he messaged me last night and he said, Nene? And I said, yeah. He said, can I tell you something? And I said, sure, buddy. And he said, I get to come to your house every day this week. I said, wow, that's going to be fun, isn't it? He said, oh, yes. And he said, Nene, can I swim every day if I want to? And I said, sure you can. And he said, okay, I will tell my daddy that I can swim every day that I want to. And I said, you know that you can swim anytime you want to. That's not Nene's pool, that's the family pool. And he said, okay, I will tell my daddy. He said, because I want to swim. And I said, okay, you just bring your bathing suit and you come right on. So he didn't get to today because we had to put, as he calls it, medicine in today. But, and his daddy wasn't feeling too great, so they ended up having to go back home. But he will get to swim the rest of the week, so he's excited. And then he said, and I'm going to work and help Daddy and help you, and then you can pay me 2 paychecks. He said, I only have $1 in my pocket. That's all the money I have. So, Nene, can you pay me some more money? I said, buddy, I will try my best to pay you some more money. He can't stand it when his money dwindles down to, like, you know, just $1 in his pocket. He can't stand it. He'll start looking for work to do. And he's a good worker. If any of you were close enough and you need a worker, all you got to do is call him, because he will definitely work for you. I can just tell him something to do and maybe just go out and show him one time, and then he takes off. He goes to town. Listen at that thunder. I know a lot of you say you love the sound of rain and thunder, so I'll just have to be quiet and let you hear it. And Miss Brookie didn't get to go to the conference, so because she's a little bit too young yet to go. So her mom and dad took her on a shopping little shopping trip last night and got her a new pair of blue jeans for her horse riding. And then let's see, what else did they get? Oh, a new pair of shoes for her horse riding and a little shirt. So she was excited because she got to go to a Western store in Huntsville, where she found her some Western stuff. So she was all excited. She had to FaceTime me last night and show me her outfit. She said, look what my mama and daddy bought me. They bought me this because Presley got to go and I didn't, she said. I said, well, that's good. She said, yeah, I like my outfit. She said, I don't mind staying home when I get a new outfit. I said, yeah, and then her shoes are like a cowhide. They're, I don't know, they may be a faux cowhide, but they look like a cow's skin, you know, kind of speckled and all that. And I said, man, I need me some shoes like that. She said, Nene, I don't know if they have shoes big enough for you at this place. I said, no, wait a minute, my foot's not too much bigger than yours. Oh, me. She's a mess. That Brookie. She has put up some new videos, so you guys have to go check them out on her little YouTube channel of her galloping. They have let them start galloping now, and she's so thrilled with it. So she's been galloping away. I just love these. I could sit and make these all day long. I definitely could. I think, let's see, do we want to cut it? I think I'll use my trimmer and cut this one. We'll just have some that are torn, some that are cut. I don't mind them either way. I think any of them look pretty good. But we'll just cut these. I don't know if I left enough room between all of them. You know, we could leave that little piece on there. Let me think. Nah, I think I'll cut it off. You know, we could have left it on this end and had it fold over and had that to put our little pages in. That would have worked. But I didn't. So we're going to do it this way. Well, how many of you were excited to see Melina back on YouTube? She said, I finally got a video up, and she said, wow. She said, what a response I had. I said, I told you they've been missing you. She said, I know. She said, her life has just been crazy lately. And they finally slowed down a little bit on their long travels. They still go the weekend, but it's not far. They've been close to home lately. They will start back in about 2 weeks, going on the long journeys again. And she said, I decided I better get some videos filmed before we start back up. I said, yep. Now, you can also round the corners on these if you'd like to do that. Another thing I thought that we might put behind some of these, a friend of mine sent me these. And they're just those tear-off invoices like you've seen in stores and things. This one's to Tom's Nursery. And I thought we might be able to put these behind there. I'm not sure if they'll work out or not, but let's see what happens. You know, we could, let's see. I'm thinking here. Because you can write all over these. These are a good writing paper. We could attach them up here, and then it would just fold down, and you'd have all that writing room. What do you think about that? Well, let's try it on a couple. What's it going to hurt? And I think I'm going to punch right where these holes are. Not going to hurt a thing to give it a try and see what works. And if you don't have these, don't worry about it. Just use paper. Just use some kind of paper you got. I just happen to have these, and I like to use things that have been given to me as much as possible. Sometimes I have so many different things to use that I don't get around to using everything, but I try to use as much as I can when I can remember. Uh-oh, I don't know if I left this one long enough or not. Well, we can tie it in just a little double knot, not a bow. That'll work. There we go. And then this will just fold up behind it. I'm just going to fold it over a little bit more, so maybe it won't stick down like that. Since these holes back here are kind of large, it is going to slide around a little bit like that. So if I put another one in there, I would probably just ignore those holes and put it up here somewhere where it would hold. But that will be just another thing that we can put in a pocket. And then you can just open all that up and do all kinds of journaling on here. And you've got, let's see, 4 pages there. I kind of like that. It's just a way to use up all of those invoices that I got. See if we can get this to lay down a little bit flatter. There we go. Now then, I like it. So we're going to do another one with this. Let's do one more with this one. And then we'll do something different. This one I'm just going to ignore those holes so that it doesn't slide back and forth. And you can tell I'm not trying to be too exact. Thunder, thunder, no rain so far. No more rain. I mean, we've had rain, but no more. I don't think. Well, it might be sprinkling just a little bit out there. I love my window here right beside where I sit. Ooh. Okay, our power just went off. So, I have no lights except the natural light right now. But that's kind of weird that it knocked the power. We must be having some storms in Coleman, which that's where our power comes from. Because that's usually when the power gets knocked out. Well, it's back on now, so I can turn my lights back on. Because I can hear my printer, which it may be too bright for you guys when the lights are on. I don't know. Alright, so that covers like that. I like that. Yeah, my printer's coming back on, so you may hear that squirrely sound a little bit. Let's fold this one back this way. There we go. Cute. I like that. And then this will just open up like that. Okay, we're going to make one more. I just want to make another one like that. Or we could, no, it's not quite long enough for that. I started to say we could do that, but it's not quite long enough. Let's just do another one of these. I've got a lot of these that I need to use anyway. And this is a good way to use them. Let's look at all that journal space. So that that's about the gist of all my youngins this week. Somebody, when I said my kids the other day, somebody said, I thought your children were grown. And I said, well, my girls are. I have 2 daughters, and both of them are grown and married, and they have their kids. I said, when I say kids, I'm talking about my grandkids, my regular kids, my son-in-laws, everybody. That's all of those are my kids. And she said, oh, okay. Well, when you said kids, I thought, she said, I told my husband, I thought her kids were grown. But she's talking about her kids. I said, well, they're all my kids. My son-in-laws, my grandbabies. And none of them are grandbabies. I mean, Brooklyn's our youngest, and she's 12. So none of them are babies, but I still call them my babies. To me, she's my baby. I told her she'll always be my baby. Just like her mama is my baby. Alicia's my baby girl. And she's my baby granddaughter. Okay, I think I'm addicted to making these. I don't know how long I've been on here, but I think this is an addiction. I'm going to leave that hanging. I'm not going to cut it off. We might cut it off when we put it in a journal. I don't know, but I'm not going to cut it off right now. So, like I said, if you don't have these little invoices, don't worry. Just use a piece of paper in the back. Use some of your coffee dyed paper or something and just fold it like that. And make your own little notepads that you can journal on. Neat. Alright guys, we have got a ton made, and I've probably been on here hours and hours. Let's see. Well, no I haven't either. Actually, I've only been on here 37 minutes. I thought I'd been on here a lot longer than that. So, we won't been on here that long. We might make a few more. Do you want to make a few more? Let's make a few more and decide to do these a little bit different. I don't know how different and what, but we'll figure it out. I just felt like I'd been on here forever, but I made quite a few in 37 minutes. Unless my power messed my timer up. Oops, that didn't work. Oh, and Alicia sent me a new digital this morning to put up. I'm working on getting it ready to put in the store. And it's going to be a print and ship as well. You can get it either way. And it is beautiful. She said, I know it took me long enough to get it to you, but she said, hopefully you like it. I said, it's beautiful. So I'll be putting that up tonight probably. And then mine that I said would be Monday is probably going to be Tuesday. Since Brendan had to leave a little bit early because he didn't feel good, so he had to go to the emergency room over the weekend, and they put him on some medicine because he's got some kidney stones, so he wasn't feeling good this morning. So he was going to go home and lay down, and Aaron was going to take care of him. He said, I'll take care of Daddy. So I told him when we got the orders out, I said, just go on home. There's no reason for you to stay in here. I said, I can do the rest. So he did. He went on home, and I have been finishing that up, and now I've just got to do a few more things before I can settle in for the night, maybe. Let's see. What do we want to put behind that? Oh. Alright, what do we want to do to these? I think I might just do these with this paper again. I love this paper behind these for some reason. Like that. And we might slide it down this way this time and have this where we can fold it over if we want. I don't know. We'll see. I got a mess over here. Fried chicken sliders with lemony sugar snap peas. That sounds pretty good. It's a little recipe in this little glue book that I got here. Yep, you thought I was going to put it on the wrong end, didn't you? I almost did. Rainbow chicken salad. Well, this has got quite a few recipes on it. Not that I need any recipes. Most all of these recipes are like for a big family. I need recipes for just one person. And I know somebody said, well, you can just, you know, divide them down. Well, I know I can, but I don't like to do that. Okay, I got to go to the door. Hold on just a second. Okay, what's the UPS with some boxes? Always gives me out when I have to go and grab the boxes out of our big, we've got a big container out there that we have them put our boxes and things in and mail and stuff, because if I don't and I'm not here, they'll sit it outside and then it gets rained on. So, and when they put it down in there, kind of deep down in there, or press it and lodge it down in there, then I have to struggle to get it out. So, but good exercise for me, I guess. Okay, now I think I'm just going to cut these right through the middle and then see what we can do. Oh, I got those really close. May not have a lot of extra on that one. Oh yeah, I like that. And then we could just, I don't want to cover the names up, but we could fold that over like that. And then we could put our little holes here. Or we could just fold it back and tuck our paper under there, put our holes in there. Let's do that. This one actually going to be turned back a little bit more. I can't wait to hear from the girls tonight and see what kind of adventures they had today. There we go. Now you can also put eyelets in these too. That would be really pretty if you put some eyelets in it. So what are we going to do for paper on this one? I've also got these little invoices that go this way. Those might be some cool ones. That one's actually got somebody's name on it. I'm going to throw that out because I'll just end up getting that all over me and I don't need that anyway. Okay, let's see what that does. The UPS guy he said he was happy that it was cloudy and stormy looking, because he said it sure does cool it off a lot in that truck. Because I don't know about where you live, but around here they don't have air conditioning in their trucks. They leave their doors open. Well, if they do have air conditioning, I don't think it does them very much good, because, you know, they get in and out so much. So he said it sure does cool that truck off a lot. He said, I hope it stays like this. And it is nice. It's already gone down some more out there. So now these we could put in like this. We could either fold that bottom up or cut it off. And I don't really want to cut it off and lose it, so I think I'll just put these on here and then fold them up. Because if I cut it off, I'm just going to put it in my scraps and then I won't use it anyway, so let's do this. Let's see if we can get some of this darker hemp off of here. That's a good way to get it off right there. I'll just tear the whole thing. I hate the way they put that on there. It's so hard to get off. I think they make sure that the end is tied up in there real good, and then you can't find the end when you need it. Look at there, I found the end of that one. I couldn't the brown one. But I'll use it, it doesn't matter. I'll put it on one of my lace rolls, lace bobbins that we've got. Oh, my printer's still having a fit over there. And I'm just doubling it because I want it to show a little bit more, but you could just put a single layer on here, and you could put eyelets in these holes if you're worried about them tearing out. I'm not going to stress too much over that. Let's see, where's the other end? Oh, they're folded. That's okay. Now, we were going to pull this one up. Come on now, straighten up. Straighten up and fly right. There we go. Okay, so we got that behind there. That's neat. Lots of writing back there, and somebody could just tear them out if they wanted to and use them somewhere else. Or, you know, tear them out and not use them. Just put them, throw them away, or do whatever you want to with them, I guess. Alright, I think I want some of this dark brown, if I can find the end. There it is, right there. Yeah, I'll definitely have to put this on something. I made a mess out of it, didn't I? I'll go ahead and cut this open before I forget where the end of it is, like I did the other one. There we go. Cute, I like it. Now this one's a little bit long, so I think I am going to cut the length off just because I don't really want it to stick out on that end. But then we'll just fold it up like that. And there is another one. Surprise, surprise, what's behind them? And then this one's going to be a nice long one. Yeah, I like that behind it like that. It gives it a little bit more support. And I'm just guessing where to put the holes, guys. I know you may be wondering, well, how did she know where to put the holes? I'm just guessing at it. Don't fret over that kind of stuff. Too many other things in this whole life to fret over. Oops, now we got seam binding coming over. I used you already. Stay over there. Hey, I am loving getting all this ephemera ready for journals, because like I said, I have lots and lots of journals, and I need ephemera. Okay, another one, and we'll just fold that up like that. There's that one. All right, I think we've got, look at this. That's how many we made, and 50 minutes is what's on here, but you know, I will edit some of that out, but basically 50 minutes and we made that many, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. All right, guys, I think that's it. I'm going to let you go and clean up my mess here, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.